It's the land of mission control, Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got a special treat for you folks tonight. Sports writing heavyweight Bill Simmons is in the house. Bill, welcome to 2K Sports.
What an honor. I've been waiting for the invite for years.
And we've been waiting for the acceptance. Thanks for joining us.
Let's do this.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, we know when you talk about dedication, Chris Paul is among the greatest. Now, he says, I have a scary passion for basketball. I study it.
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Be the Raptors off the tip. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Last time they met was in Toronto.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, the reserves, the guys coming off the bench, Greg, made their presence felt. And, of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Raptors 5 right now. Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. Jordan is out there with Lowry, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Home in the paint. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Toronto with the ball. And Ibaka kicks to Jordan. Over Harden from 16 feet away. He cans it. 2 points there from Jordan.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, and I think all credit goes to that being just good offense. I mean, those are the kind of shots they want, and they got them. Boy, excellent work that time by Paul. Set a nice screen that time.
Bill, a top advisor for the U.S. High School Athletics and Activities Division, recommended that schools adopt esports programs. What's your take on that?
I'm all in. It's probably my son's only chance to go to college, so I really hope it happens. Now, listen, the world changes every decade.
I know.
And you got to change with it. And the reality is esports is one of the biggest things we have now. And if you're under 15, you're way more likely to play video games and be good at that than you are to do anything else. So why wouldn't we be able to benefit from that? The whole esports in general, just the audiences they're getting, and as a spectator event, that's been building. So why wouldn't that work for college?
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Thinking about how much sports video gaming has changed over the decades, Bill, can you imagine a 13, 14-year-old Bill Simmons with the 2K product? You would just be all over that, wouldn't you?
You have no idea, Kevin Harlan. I was there for every step of the video game revolution. I had an Intellivision and an Atari. I had Nintendo. I had Super Nintendo. I had all three of the first PlayStations.
You played them all the time.
I played entire Madden seasons on the treadmill when I was like in my early 30s. Try playing any video game on the treadmill. Try it and try not falling off. It's impossible.
I'm sure
I've been there every step of the way. I am pro esports. Basketball, I'm jealous of the people who can play 2K well, because there's just, not sound like an old guy, but so many buttons and so many things to remember. I'm always so impressed when people just remember all the combinations and stuff. I'm jealous.
Like your son does it.
My son
plays
can do it.
I know it.
But I could have done it. I know you could have. I want to take 1984 me out of a time machine and just give me this game. I would have unleashed.
Yeah, but 13-year-old Bill Simmons would like what 40-year-old Bill Simmons is.
13-year-old Bill Simmons would be amazed that 48-year-old Bill Simmons was getting paid to do anything. He'd really be excited about that. Just that he wasn't living at home. We would have been fired up.
Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were, and what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? And this is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming. The summer of 2016, we knew the cap was going to jump. And they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
Hartenstein passes to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And Bill, we were discussing how teams are constructed in recent years. You know, the changes in 2016 to cap space. How Kevin Durant landed with the Warriors.
I see the analogy that, it's like stacking a pickup game and just grabbing the best four guys and just beating people on a pickup court for 4 hours. But that's the thing, the league isn't a pickup game. The league, everyone operates by the same rules. And the Warriors,
everybody had a shot at him.
Everyone had a shot. The Celtics had a shot. He didn't want to interview with the Lakers. The Knicks had cap space. They didn't have a chance. The Wizards had cap space. He was from Maryland. Didn't want to go there. So, I think the Warriors should get a little more credit for how smart they were with everything.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Nene, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a three. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
The Rockets making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. Nene finds Paul. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Paul's got 7 points. Raptors leading by 5. It's Jordan on the wing. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Tucker. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill. You mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about it from one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way, guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Right side, Jordan over Harden. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 5.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to me.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC. Cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Van Vliet kicks to Jordan. Overnight. Back to Van Vliet. Leonard on the wing. Goes back up. And it's good off the back rim and in. Leonard's got 10 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Davis sends it back. 3-on-3. Leonard the pass to Van Vliet. Nene right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Ed Davis.
Muscle Nene brings on both ends. Man, he knows how to use it, too. A guy you don't want to fool around with at all.
First trip to the line for him here. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Raptors. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against Memphis. Jordan against Knight. And good that time. He's got 6.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Pass to Tucker. Nene finds Knight. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only 1 ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever of the, the kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half of the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Raptors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Free throw good, Miles.
The former second-round pick Miles is a very dependable role player, somebody you can count on to light it up and get it going from downtown. Solid trip from the line right there, knocked him down, and it was easy.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Toronto. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, there's the Nets, sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
And I think for Toronto, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Stolen by Miles. Outside Jordan. Overnight. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Drills it from outside.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. The Raptors making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Toronto leading by 6. And a wide open look for Jordan. Drops in the tray. Jordan's got 11 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now here is Carter. Defense right on him. Gordon the pass to Nene. Great D that time from Davis.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Van Vliet misses the 3. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Gordon kicks to Nene. Here's Knight. And that one, good. He's got 7.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you come to the right spot. This is your game.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Raptors have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And he makes the first. And so Jordan nails both of them. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
So for Toronto right now, Davis is out there with C.J. Miles. Then it's Jordan, and it's Wright in at the point. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, T in that last outing against the Grizzlies was terrific. He ended up with 31 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He was great in every facet of the game. Afterward, his coach couldn't stop praising the effort. Kevin will see if he maintains that inspiration tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book did well because I spent a long time writing it, and it was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know, it turns out,
they embraced the
yeah,
size.
I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they put together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Will Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
Right, looking around. It's Jordan on the wing. Plays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got 15.
indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chandler comes in for Eric Gordon. James Harden, he's checked in for Knight. And Chris Paul subbed in for Carter. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Raptors. Baca comes in for C.J. Myers.
Yeah, the range of Harden deserves a lot of respect because his form is really almost perfect. He's never off balance when he shoots the three-point shot. He's always got his legs under.
Stolen by Harden.
Yeah, another turnover there. But, guys, overall, they've taken really good care of the basketball.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade in those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And the Raptors with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for DeLon Wright. Harden against Jordan. Pass to Valanciunas. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Valanciunas has got 9 points. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Houston. 7-point differential. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Leonard against Chandler. Leonard finds Valanciunas. Misses the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Harden outside. Now the pass to Hartenstein. Back to Harden. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids love it. They cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
Leonard, the pass to Valanciunas. Nobody near Leonard. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Here's Paul. That one, no good. Good D by Jordan. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Back to Lowry. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight from the baseline. That one doesn't drop, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Outside Jordan, left side Lowry. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Ball finds Chandler, knocks it loose. Sinks that one from the post. Chandler's got 4 points now in the quarter. Raptors leading by 5. Leonard looking around. To the inside. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got 11 points.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
Jordan against Harden. And the rejection by Valanciunas. They retain possession. And he gets it back. Tries yet again. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. It's Jordan on the wing, guarded by Harden. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And that's 17 points for Jordan. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Nene, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Rockets trail by 7. 4 on the clock. Ball from deep three-point land. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
Chris passed to Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
The Rockets have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. Free throw drops for Harden. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. Knight comes in for Paul. Then for the Raptors, Davis is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry.
And, you know, after being a 6th man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets, trailing by 5. The feed to Jordan. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now a timeout called by Houston. One guy who's been getting it done is T.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
So for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris, and it's Carter in for James Harden. Here's Nene. Easy jumper from very short distance. Nene's got 5 now.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Inside, Davis. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Knight kicks to Gordon. There's 1:40 left in the first half of basketball. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for the Rockets.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Outside Leonard from the arc. Rockets with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
And Clark, always great to have Bill with us, a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Could not agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on sports, but on life. And that strong connection he has with them is admirable.
Carter kicks tonight. Back to Carter. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Jordan with the tip. Rockets trail by 4.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right there.
Here is Carter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Tucker has it in the corner.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Jordan, the pass to Siakam. Here's Van Vliet. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Kicks to Miles. Over Nene. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from T.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they want, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Wilson Chandler out there with Chris, and it's Hartenstein in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Clark, you were drafted 8th overall by the Indiana Pacers. Do you have any indication that you were going to be their pick in particular, that you were going to go in that slot? Was there any kind of inkling at all?
No, I only visited with teams drafting 4 through 7. We talked to the Chicago Bulls, Dallas Mavericks, and I read some of the reports about where I was projected. But you know what? Once you get past the first or second, sometimes the top 3 picks in a draft, you really don't know who's going where after that. So I was fortunate. I landed in a good spot.
Right.
And Indianapolis was a good place for me and Rosie to be as I started my NBA career.
It sure was. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Paul with the steal. On the wing, Harden. Yes! And the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Good on the triple. Ibaka's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Paul. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and 3-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same 3-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
2 points. That one goes.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Raptors. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Outside Leonard. Over Chandler. Rockets with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Chandler, no good.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Jordan against Harden. Jordan finds Ibaka. Toronto working the ball around now. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ibaka's got 5.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Here's Harden over Jordan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Rockets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Lowry against Paul. Pass to Ibaka. Outside Jordan. Over Harden. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
And it is absolutely remarkable watching Harden draw contact. So effortless, so crafty, and so consistent in putting the defense in a bind.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. Some changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Jordan. And it's DeLon right in. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Raptors lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Jordan. Davis is out there with Lowry. And it's Siakam in at the power forward position. Van Vliet passes to Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Toronto.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now here is Carter. Outside Gordon. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
Gordon for 3. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. Toronto leading by 3. Now Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Lays it up and off the glass. And it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Carter kicks to Gordon. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Hartenstein passes to Carter. Clock at 6. Outside Knight from deep three-point range, and another 3 for Houston. Here's Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside for Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. And Siakam has it in the corner. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Lowry against Carter. Outside Gordon. Carter outside. Back to Gordon. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got his 5th assist in this one. And the Raptors call time here. And Eric Gordon Clark, such a terrific tag team partner for Paul and Harden on the perimeter.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, he provides spacing with the deep range he has. Very efficient shot, not much wasted motion. He can attack closeouts off the dribble, and he gets to that basket and finishes aggressively. His strength very much at work when he does his damage.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Houston. Paul comes in for Brandon Knight. Raptors also changing it up. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Davis. Baca comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Kawhi Leonard comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Lowry from outside bangs home the trifecta.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Carter outside. The pass to Hartenstein. Kicks to Paul over Jordan. That one wide left.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here is Carter. Paul outside. Just 5 to shoot. 14 feet away, and the shot falls short this time. Raptors leading by 5. Jordan finds Ibaka. To the middle, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Chris throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Hartenstein passes to Paul. Over Lowry. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Monday, They'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Then on Wednesday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. Rockets trail by 7. Carter with it. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside Jordan. The 3. Here's Leonard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. Can completely take over a game on both ends.
Well, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
In the corner, Ibaka with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 8th assist here tonight. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, T.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He is not happy with the perimeter defense. He said, guys, our three-point line is too lax, and they're getting wide-open shots. Got to get over screens and get on top of them and get them off the line. We'll see if they get the message, guys.
And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Here's Valanciunas outside Jordan. Left side Ibaka. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
Jordan against Harden. Jordan kicks to Lowry. And here's Valanciunas. Jordan dishes to Valanciunas. He gets that one. Valanciunas has got 19 points.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time, too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this 4th quarter.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the 2nd half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
Free throw good, James Harden. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. They've led by as many as 14 points. They get a hand on it. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the 2nd half.
Lowry against Paul. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
You know, it's really quite remarkable how well Paul operates on the inside. I mean, he's not just a perimeter player. I mean, if he can get in tight, he's going to do it.
A shot by Lowry, no good.
And, you know, even with him struggling, they're still up. They need him to find his rhythm soon.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Kept alive. Here's Valanciunas. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
Really active down there, imposing his will and force and seeing his efforts pay off.
Here's Harden. Sweet little floater. Harden's got 34.
Yet another hard shot that Harden makes look easy. Amazing at measuring the floating jumper.
With the fadeaway. And Paul pulls it down.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Oh, it's not easy trying to guard Leonard inside. I can tell you that, guys. I mean, he's so good at using his body to get shots up over the defense.
Harden against Jordan. And it's Chris in the corner. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Chris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And it's crucial that Chris makes that shot. Big men like him are expected to possess an outside jumper nowadays.
Chandler with the block. To the wing right side. Paul with the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
This is when some players pull in and tighten up a bit, but if you're talking about CP3, this is when it becomes fun for him.
Here's Leonard. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Paul looking around. 5 to shoot. Over Lowry. And that one hits back iron.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 7. There's 39 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediately.
Going to be hard, though, Greg. I mean, they don't have much time to work with here, but we've seen crazy stuff happen in this game.
Ed Davis has checked in for Valanciunas. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Harden the pass to Hartenstein. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 8. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
And so it's the Raptors winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying...